started up the trail and now we're heading back down. There seems to be a full-size Dodge truck trying to come down here and can't get past everybody, but what better spot to be stuck than right here in this beautiful scenery. We stopped to have some lunch and I'm just wandering around and I keep hearing water. So I walked a little ways and I found my perfect spot. This is where they will find me when they come back. No, I'm just kidding. It's absolutely amazing out here. Oh, this water is just crystal clear. You can see all the way to the bottom. It's just cold as ice as well. I'm standing in it. Just melted snow coming down off the mountains. You can see where some of it has come down. We are still on Cinnamon Pass. We just got past some of the trails, which is where a lot of people come and park and walk trails. So we've got a lot less traffic now. We were having some real issues coming up the pass because there were some larger vehicles that really probably were too big to even be on the pass that were trying to get around, and it just really complicated things. The trail is very narrow in places. This is Labor Day weekend, so we're early September right now, and it is right now where we're standing about 80 degrees, I believe. But last night we were in the 50s, I believe low 50s, a little bit chilly. So far today I've gone from multiple layers with a coat to short sleeves and shorts to taking the top off of the Jeep and going sleeveless and shorts. So we've had every range of temperature so far today. Getting some good footage out there. And we are currently at 12,394 feet. We're going to set up right here on top of the hill just above this waterfall. We've got the Jeep's angled to try to block the wind a little bit from that side. And there's a mound on the other side, so hopefully we won't have too much wind tonight. Looks like it's going to be a beautiful spot. At least it's going to sound pretty if I'm awake all night. So I think, to be totally honest, that they are just sending me over here to video just to get me out of their hair. And they're just kind of ready for me to use some energy. I've been sitting all day in the Jeep, and I'm pretty sure that Bruce is about ready to put me out and let me walk along beside. So that being said, I have been designated the runner. to go across the creek and get shots of our camp. So this is just up from our camp. And you can see where we are right there, just mountains behind us, streams next to us. Absolutely amazing view. We've been doing this for quite a while, camping in the outdoors and enjoying life. So it doesn't take us a long time to get everything all set up. We're actually getting ready to start making some dinner here in a little bit. But wanted to get a little footage here just to show you exactly how beautiful this area is. It's very much worth coming to see. If you've never been here, or even if you have, if you've been here and haven't camped out, you should definitely give it a try. Spend some time outdoors and just really connect with nature. It's absolutely amazing. So here we are. Got a side-by-side coming by me now. Down the road. They're in a big hurry always. Every side-by-side we've seen today has just been racing to go, and we're just kind of hanging back and trying to enjoy the scenery and make sure we see all the waterfalls and all the wildlife and everything you miss when you're just zooming by every day. So this is our little piece of heaven today. Got our own little paradise. Shot here from straight out. Looks like Black Sheep is all set up and ready to go. And my lone guy Chad looks like he is getting ready to make him some dinner on his Blackstone. And there's Bruce over there standing next to our Jeep. That's our little tent. We didn't have enough room for hammocks in this spot without getting up away from everybody, so. Oh, and my Jeep is driving away without us. So everybody wave. What's up? Here comes the sloth now. Looks like Rachel's driving. Bet she's coming over here to get some footage too. Told you they were just sending me over here to run off energy. This is when they really made buildings. How long has this been here? I'm sure you read it.
1855.
1855. Goodness.
1899.
1899. Okay. This was built in 1899. Woo, the floorboards squeak, but they are holding me. Yeah, David was saying, wonder how long it's been since the last person dwelled here in any of these.
I bet it says down there, but those picture tables.
Oh, we should check. I just can't imagine, especially those just under the mountain. Like, I can see putting it there to try to block the winds and things, but what about the avalanche? Well, the answer to the question, and how long has it been since someone dwelled here, is about 2 seconds ago. It looks like it's inhabited by chipmunks. The chipmunks just ran under the door. It was a hard life when people lived here. They didn't have central heat and air, running water like we have. I can't imagine how much wood they had to burn to keep warm. Did you find our chipmunk friends inside?
Nope, this floor is kind of shaky, so.
Okay, we'll stay back. Does it say Native Americans lived here as well? The Ute tribe?
Before they were here forever. Get a close up on the treaty information. If you can. Basically, we made a treaty with them in 1868, guaranteed they'd have these western lands, and the miners moved in. The government told the miners to leave. The miners refused, so the government renegotiated a different treaty.
The woodworking, it's just amazing.
No, what's amazing is it's still here.
And it's amazing that they did all of that by hand. They didn't have the tools, the power tools like we have now. And yet their stuff still stands and ours falls down.
That bigger house has got a fireplace in it still. Stone fireplace.
Oh, yes, I did see that when I went inside. So they were heating with
Sure, it was with wood, maybe coal later.
Heating with wood, maybe coal later. Yeah, that makes sense. My history buff, would they have had kerosene lanterns back then?
Probably. I would assume they would use, I don't know if they had carbide or not for the miners. Possible. Yeah, they would have kerosene for sure. For lanterns and candles.
And their running water is what you hear running right behind us.
Yeah,
The creek.
1870s is when they started building this city here. 1875 they established the post office. Built this house right here in 1879.
So, you know, I was saying as we were looking at these, I would be concerned about avalanche. It looks like what they're saying here is that was one of their biggest problems. Snowstorms up to 5 feet, prolonged sub-zero temperatures were not uncommon. Avalanches in the 1880s would isolate the community for months at a time. So they had to be very self-sufficient here. They couldn't just run to the store, you know, the general store. And of course, they didn't have a Walmart back then. There were no Ubers. There was no grocery delivery to your house. So their community had to be very self-sufficient. They couldn't get out for months at a time, and nobody could get in for months at a time. And this absolutely infuriates me. This has been standing here for how long, and you have to leave your mark on this? If you didn't live here and you didn't build this, you have no right to leave your mark here. I'm not going to go all the way up in this one. The floor is a little bit soft on it, and I'm definitely not going to go to the second story, I don't think. I mean, I feel like it's probably safe, or it wouldn't still be open to the public, but I just don't want to take that chance. Very prepared, very self-sufficient. But the answer to the age-old question that we were discussing at the other house is 1875 to 1948 was the last dwelling here. Okay, so apologize for the hair. We're on day 2 of camping. Looking kind of ratty now. But just wanted to say, for those of you that did watch my video about prepping food, this is the reason that I prep it ahead of time, because this was already done. All the ingredients were cooked, it was frozen. Just drop it in the pan, heat it up, and we are good to go for dinner in, like, it took about 5 minutes. So we now have cheeseburger soup for dinner, and it is, temperatures are dropping right now. I would guess we're probably getting close into upper 50s maybe by now. We started in 80s. As you can see, already back in the jacket. Long pants, went from shorts to jacket, long pants. And so soup sounded like a great plan, and I didn't want to spend a lot of time cooking, so here we go. There's your tip for the day, pre-cook. We have special fire compliments of my lone guy Chad. Chad is thebomb.com right here. It is very windy. I don't know if you can see. Our tent is trying to blow away over here. Check out all the wind we got going. Very windy, very cold. A little bit too windy to start a fire. But my lone guy Chad has got us covered.